Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tronage, and today we're going to be talking about the quad box for the month of August 2018. We're going to crack this open, see the goodies that are inside, and then we'll talk about, do a little bit of cost analysis. Stick around. Alright, so for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for checking me out. Maybe hit that subscribe button. Just a thought, maybe. Doesn't cost you anything. Just click of the mouse. You're good to go. With that out of the way, let's get started. Let's talk about this. So, got the quad box. This is for the month of August in 2018. And the way we do an unboxing here, basically I bring you up in close, cut the seal, we'll open it up, look what's inside, and then I'll give you my thoughts about them, if there's anything particular that I think is good or not so good. And then we do a little bit of a cost analysis to see whether this box was worth it or not by looking at the value of the items inside the box, all right? So, let's get started. Come on in, let's crack it open. All right, so we have a X-Acto blade and we have a seal. Looks like to me like a match made in heaven. Let's put them together. Okay, seal is broken. We do a little pre-open of the flap, flip it over, and now we get that big reveal. Lots of good stuff. All right, let's dig in, see what we got here. All right, so for starters, we have racedayquads.com. Okay, so basically this is just kind of like a business card for racedayquads.com, but on the back of it, it also gives you kind of a breakdown of the channels and the bands, so you have a little quick reference, and it's actually made of plastic instead of a cardboard thing, so this would be a nice little thing to keep in your wallet, just to kind of get a reference of the different frequencies and the different bands so that you have a little reference card cheat sheet for those, so that's pretty cool. Next up, little advertisement for Rampage. That's going to be coming up soon in October, so you might want to go check that out. Some interesting information there. We then have a Race Day Quads little sticker. Cool. And we have a 15% off a Vanover frame from X Hover. Little coupon code for that. It's pretty cool. Little sticker sheet. Pretty cool stuff on that sheet. And now we start getting into the fun stuff, and there looks to be some good fun stuff in here. So let's see what this thing is first here. Alrighty. So, I'm not sure what this is. Hold on. Alright, so here's what this is. I thought when I first saw it, it was going to be an amp meter, essentially. Which they make ones like this. You plug your battery with the XT60 connector into it, you plug it into your quad, and you wire it up to the flight controller, and it essentially measures how much power passes through it. But that's not what this is. On the back of it, it actually says it's a Race Day Quads smoke stopper. Yes, smoke stopper. This little itty bitty thing supposedly will act like a smoke stopper by either absorbing the power or cutting off the power if there's any kind of short. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some further testing on this down the road, but I'm very intrigued by such a small unit. Moving forward, we got some props here. They are HQ props with the Popo push on, push off. These are 5.1 by 4.6 by 3. And we got 3 packs of those. We got a little bottle of something here. It says JY242 and a bunch of maybe Chinese lettering. I'm not sure what this is. All right, so here's what I'm going to guess this is. I'm going to do a little research when I do the cost analysis. I think this is thread locker. The reason why I say that is because I can't read any of the information on there other than the JY242. But on the back, it does say something, Fenlock, Bondtech Company International. So it basically sounds like it's a glue company or something. And then when I opened it, it does have this blue color to it, which is usually what a thread locker color of product will be. So I'll definitely look what this is when I do the cost analysis, but I'm pretty sure this is going to end up being a thread locker type product. And then we have here, we have a Fox ear. What do we have? We have the Predator micro camera. Nice. It's actually the Predator Micro V2. It's a 4x3 camera. Its input voltage is from 5 to 40 volts. Color black. Kind of looks like the TBS camera that we got in the drone drop, but this is the Fox ear brand. And as you can see, what I was saying earlier with my complaints about the packaging, you can see there's a lot of difference in the packaging here. Now, obviously, you know, you can pay for packaging or you can pay for the product, but at least this I feel is a Fox ear camera. And I'm very comfortable saying that. The other one, I don't know if it was a TBS camera or not, but it's pretty sweet that we got this. Very cool. And then if there's nothing else, looks like it's just the shirt. All right, let's take a look at the shirt. Pretty sweet shirt. Kind of like the red color also, it's kind of nice. I'm digging it. So to recap, t-shirt, Fox ear camera, probably thread locker liquid, 3 packs HQ props, the itty bitty teeny tiny smoke stopper, excited about that, and some stickers and some coupon codes and some advertising and all that kind of stuff, and the little cheat sheet for your wallet. All right, let's do some cost analysis. Let's see what this totals up being. All right, I had a chance to run the numbers. Let's take a look at it right now. Wow. Okay, that's what I gotta say, because this quad box has definitely been kicking out of the park as far as value goes. One of my complaints about the drone drop is just the value's been a little lackluster. Here, we're talking 2 to 3 times the value over the cost of the box than the drone drop was. But we'll get into that when we do our comparison between the two boxes. With this box though, let's go over a few things. First, if you're new to the channel, a couple things are flagged in yellow. It just means it's the same price for the retail column as it is for the China price column. It basically means for that particular item, it's a very specific thing. Can't really find a cheaper price because there's only really one place to get it type of thing. So that's what that means, no other reason. So one by one. So first, these HQ props, man. I cannot get enough of these. I eat them like candy. No, I don't actually eat them. Come on. Really? But it's very rare that I go even one flight session without having to swap out some props. Maybe I'm a prop diva. I don't know. I have so many of them. Why not use them? I mean, what am I saving them for? Why am I, you know, I'm buying them. I'm paying for them. They're in my box. Why don't I use them? So getting some HQ props are always great. The other props I use are the Dow Cyclones. I like them too. But HQ props are awesome also. Those are basically the two I kind of flip-flop between depending on the quad I'm running. So awesome. And the color's really cool too. I mean, I doubt it's showing through on the video too good, but it is like a jewel teal blue color. It's a really cool color. I'm really digging it. So that's what that is. This mystery bottle of stuff. I'm pretty sure, I couldn't find this exact thing, but I'm pretty sure it's a thread locker, because also when you look up like Loctite thread locker, it also has a 242 number. I think that may be how strong of a thread locking it is. I don't know. I'm just guessing because it has the same numbers. And so I'm almost like 99.9% sure that this is a thread locking compound. And that's great because we've talked earlier on other videos about soft mounting motors using the silicone pads that we got in one of these other boxes from Drone Drop. And I mentioned you have to put some sort of thread locker on your screws, because if you just tighten them all the way down, you're smashing that silicone pad and it's not doing what it needs to do. You need to leave your screws a little bit loose so that the motor can vibrate on that pad and not transfer to your frame. But if you leave your screws a little bit loose, they will back themselves out from the vibrations on the motor. Hence why you need thread locking compound. put a little bit of this on your screw, and then you screw it in, and it'll hold the screw in place. You still should check your screws when you fly each time just to be sure they're not backing themselves out, but this is a good step in the right direction. So if you didn't have this already, it's a great little tool that anytime you put any screws in, even frame screws. I've had a lot of my frame screws when I have my frames back themselves out, and all of a sudden I'll be like, wait, why is my frame half falling apart? And it's because the screws are backing themselves out. So anytime you're screwing anything together on a quad, it's gonna vibrate, you know, maybe use some of this stuff. Just make sure it's a temporary, which is the blue stuff. You don't wanna use permanent thread locker because you'll never get that screw out again. But the blue stuff is the temporary stuff, and that's what this is, I'm assuming. I can't read any of the information on it, but it has the same numbers as the temporary Loctite thread locker, which is also blue. So use at your own risk, I guess, but I'd feel comfortable using this stuff. Next, this smoke stopper. This has gotta be, I mean, I'm gonna probably have to make a little video on this just by itself, but it looks pretty freaking cool. Watched a little video of it online, and essentially it's sort of like a little mini circuit breaker. So rather than the smoke stoppers that like are traditional where you have a big light bulb and the light bulb absorbs the power versus it going to your quad and all kinds of things like that, this basically just has a little electronic circuit breaker. If it detects a problem, it just doesn't let the power flow, which is kind of nifty and very convenient and great for when you're in the field, because this is small and compact. You put this in your gear bag and off you go. So when you do those on-field repairs, when you're doing some soldering of an ESC, we've all been there. We've had to swap out an ESC or change out something, and we're sitting there soldering with our portable soldering iron. Well, you ever think about maybe how if something went a little bit wrong and you plug the battery in, you might fry something? You have this guy in your bag. This takes no space, and then you don't have to worry. So I'm definitely gonna check this out more in detail, but this is a really cool piece of kit that, like, it's so tiny and so genius. So and it's cheap, super cheap. So I'm gonna have to check that out a little bit more in detail, but I'm happy about it. And again, this is part of the reason why I love these boxes with the mystery boxes. I didn't know if this is existence. I have a smoke stopper that I've made, and you can check out a video here about it. They exist, and you can just make them, and that's all. So I would have no reason to search the web or check anything out to see if anything exists about them. And now I found out that this little itty bitty thing can do the same job. I would never have known about this if it wasn't for the quad box. So that's why I love these mystery boxes, because it lets you find things that are little gems in the rough that I think are really cool. And that's why I love mystery boxes in general for our hobby. So cool deal. All right, next we got the t-shirt. The t-shirt is really cool. I love the color of it too. I mean, who doesn't love a nice red, like maybe maroon color, if you will, shirt? Loving the shirt, pretty cool. Again, it's flagged in yellow just because if you want this particular shirt, you're really not gonna find it anywhere else. Now, I couldn't find this particular shirt exactly, but I did go on the X-Hover website and kind of looked at what their other pilot shirts going for and kind of took a best guess kind of a thing. And lastly, saving the best for last, the Foxeer camera, okay? This thing is huge as far as value and price goes. I mean, wow. Okay, so on Amazon, which is what I use usually as my retail column, we're looking at like 46 bucks for this guy. Even on Banggood for the China price, we're looking at $37, okay? That's pretty big deal. Why is that, I say? Because if I bought this from China, I'm gonna spend $37 on it. And then I'd probably have to pay for it to come from China. Now, I'm not the type of guy who does that free shipping that takes 2 months to get here. I usually pay for the shipping that takes like about a week or so, the faster shipping. It's not cheap, but I'm too impatient. Or if I bought it from Amazon, it's actually available on Amazon Prime, comes in 2 days, and it was $46, okay? Which probably is about the same price as ordering it from Banggood with the faster shipping, and it's already in the States and it'll already arrive in 2 days. So for me, I probably would have bought it on Amazon. So, $46, and I would have this in my hand. As a subscriber, I paid $40 for the box, plus $10 to ship it. That's $50. 47, 50. That means these props, this smoke stopper, this thread locker, this shirt, and the little stickers and coupon codes and the little frequency cheat sheet and stuff were all $3 total because of the value of the box. That's why I'm digging Quadbox a lot. They're stepping up their game. I don't know what more to say. I mean, you say what you will. I'm a fan of the Foxier cameras. I'm a fan of, new technology. Definitely a fan of HQ props. Thread locker, you need it. It's like basically glue that you use every time you build a quad, so it's gonna be used. And a shirt, always. So, in all honesty, there's nothing in this box I don't think I'm ever gonna not use. Everything's usable. So I'm happy about it, because you always need a good camera in the front. You always need something to test with. You need props to fly. You need thread locker to build. Shirt to wear, because no one really wants to see you flying around naked. That's not cool. Don't do that. Point is, nothing in here I feel is really junk. And the value is really big, like a lot, like over the cost. Like I said, last box and this box, the big ticket item, it's like you bought the big ticket item and you got everything else for free, which is kind of a big deal when you're worrying about the bottom line. Now, granted, you may not be interested in these particular products. You may be interested in other products. That's for you to decide. I'm just going for dollar, value for value. All right. Now, with this box set aside, let's now talk comparison, because we have the drone drop from August. You can check out that unboxing over here. And we also have this unboxing for August for the quad box. So let's just do a comparison running total between the two boxes from when I started subscribing to both boxes. And again, remember, full disclosure, I pay for these out of my own pocket. They're not provided to me for free. They're not given to me to review. I purchase them with my own dollars and I review them just to get the information out there and hope that you guys enjoy it. It's really what I'm doing here. But that being said, here is your comparison. Now, if you're new to the channel, again, things are marked in green. All that means is that's the one that has the higher number. So if it's in green, it means it's a higher number than the one that's not in green. And you can see again, the trend is continuing. That quad box is really pulled out in front. What we're looking at here is the value over the box. Essentially, if the box cost $50 to buy and I got $70 worth of stuff, it means there was $20 over the cost of the box that was bonus value to it. And that's what I'm interested in. How much value over the cost is accumulated? And since I started subscribing to both of these in February of 2018, and now we're up to August of 2018, you can see that Quadbox still has highest value per, and is actually slowly each month pulling further and further and further ahead of drone drop as far as the value goes. Now, granted, prior to drone drop being partnered with TBS, it was kind of like a 1 month one way, 1 month the other. They were kind of swaying each way and each way. But ever since they partnered with TBS, it seems like they've been more consistently having a lackluster value. Not lackluster products, just a lackluster value where the cost over the box is near equal to breaking even point versus feeling like, wow, I really got a bargain here by buying this mystery box. And again, that's my own opinion. You can formulate your own opinion, and this may change. The next box that comes out may completely change my mind about it. But I'm just saying, for right now, Quadbox seems to just have a much better value dollar for dollar. And that's just based on looking up the products and how much they're worth and how much the box cost. Really no opinion involved in that. And you can see here that slowly each month, Quadbox now is really pulling out into the lead as far as just having more value. Now, is that important to you? What's important to you if you're thinking about maybe subscribing to one of these boxes? Is it that you want to just get a really good value for your dollar? Is it that you want the certain products that are in these boxes? These are questions you have to ask yourself. Me personally, I just want to make sure that if I'm spending $50 to buy a box, I at least get $50 worth of stuff that I'm going to use and I don't feel ripped off. Now, so far I haven't felt ripped off with either of these boxes. However, I've been more blown away with the value that I'm getting out of a quad box versus the drone drop. It's sort of like I just feel like I'm getting what I paid for. Your results may vary and your opinion may vary. Let me know. Comments below. Did you like this box? What's in it that you were interested in? Do you feel like the value's here, or do you prefer the drone drop? Let me know. I'm interested to hear. So as always, my name is Tronage. Fly strong. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, you really should subscribe. I'm always posting new content. If you'd like to help support the channel and get access to giveaways, raffles, and other exclusive benefits, consider joining the Tronage family on the Patreon page. Here's some videos that you might be interested in. This is the latest one that I posted, and this one I think you might just like. Go check them out.